If you're just joining us, here's where we are. Week 1, you audited your life. You wrote down where you're not obeying yourself. Week 2, you learned the weapon. When the committee starts negotiating, the lawyer, the toddler, the negotiator, you said, I have already decided, gavel down. Week 3, you learned that command only works if actually decided first. So you made pre-decisions for the situations where you actually fail. Saturday morning, emotional night, you wrote the law before the chaos came. Week 4, you answered the hard question, why must you obey yourself? What did it cost you last time you didn't? You wrote it down, you've been reading it. Week 5, you learn your brain only shows you what you've given up. It hides what you've gained. So you started noticing one gain every day. The quiet morning, the clear head, the pride no one sees. That's where we are. Now, week 6. And this might be the most important thing I've said so far, because if you're struggling to obey yourself, it might not be your fault. It might be your environment. Here's what I've learned. You cannot build the habit of obeying yourself while living in constant uncertainty. Research confirms this. When your life is unstable, when you don't know what's happening next, your brain is in a state of high alert. Anxiety rises, fear rises, cortisol, your stress hormone, rises. And when cortisol is high, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that makes good decisions, that says, I have already decided, gets suppressed. It literally works less effectively. You are trying to make wise long-term decisions with your brain that is biologically convinced it's an emergency. And in an emergency, the brain doesn't care about your future. It cares about surviving right now. Let me give you an example. You're in a relationship that is in turmoil. One day it's good, the next day it's bad. You don't know if you're staying together or breaking up. You're on an emotional roller coaster. Research shows that people going through relationship turmoil often either gain weight or lose weight in unpredictable ways. Why? Not because they lack discipline, because their eating is being driven by their emotional state, not their intentions. Some days you eat more because you're stressed. Some days you can't eat at all. There is no pattern. There is no stability. And without stability, you cannot build a habit. Same thing with your job. If you're constantly working extra hours, if you don't know where you'll be home, if your schedule changes every week, how can you commit to a morning workout? How can you commit to cooking healthy dinners? You can't, because your decisions aren't being made by your values. They're being made by whatever your current state demands. Tired, you skip the workout. Stressed, you eat the comfort food. Overwhelmed, you scroll instead of sleep. This is not moral failure. This is your brain being hijacked by circumstances. Let me explain what's happening inside you. When you're uncertain about your relationship, your job, your living situation, your future, your body releases cortisol. Cortisol is useful in small doses. It helps you react to danger. But when cortisol stays high for weeks or months, it changes how you make decisions. It makes you more impulsive. It makes you seek immediate comfort. It makes you care less about consequences. You ask yourself in the morning, is yogurt the right thing to eat? And your brain says, I don't care, I'm exhausted, I slept badly because I was stressed. Just eat whatever. That's not you being weak, that's you being psychologically compromised. So here's the truth, and it's uncomfortable. In order to learn how to obey yourself, you first need a period of stability. You need to know what time you'll wake up. You need to know what time you'll sleep. You need to know what your day looks like. Because only in that stability you can practice making the same right decision over and over until it becomes automatic. Research from MIT shows that emotional stability is one of the key factors that predicts whether someone successfully builds a new habit. Not motivation, not willpower, stability. Think about it. When you know you wake up at 6 a.m. every day, you can decide, at 6 a.m. I do this. When you know you eat breakfast home every morning, you can decide, for breakfast I eat this. When you know your schedule, you can pre-decide, and pre-decision is the only thing that beats impulse. But here's the hard part. Most people come to this program because their lives are unstable. Their relationships are messy, their jobs are uncertain, their emotions are all over the place. And I'm telling you, you need stability to learn obedience. So what do? You don't wait for your whole life to settle down. That may never happen. You create one pocket of stability, one corner of your life that you can control. Here's your task for this week. Look at your life and identify what is causing you the most uncertainty. Is it your relationship? Is it your job? Is it your living situation? Is it your finances? Is it your schedule? Name it, write it down. Then ask yourself 2 questions. 1, what part of this can I actually control? Maybe you can't fix your relationship today, but you can control when you go to sleep. You can control what you eat for breakfast. You can control whether you move your body for 30 minutes. 2, what is one small area where I can create complete predictability? Choose one thing, just one. Same wake-up time every day, 7 days a week. Same breakfast every morning. No decisions, no negotiation. Same 30 minutes walk after work. No negotiable. This one pocket of stability becomes your training ground. This is where you practice obeying yourself. This is where you build the muscle. This is where you prove yourself, I can follow through. Because when you build that muscle in one area, it starts leaking into others. Research from National Geographic and multiple studies show that routines reduce cognitive load. Big words, simple meaning. When you stop having to decide for everything, your brain has more energy for the things that actually matter. When you automate the small stuff, when you sleep and wake up at the same time, when you eat the same breakfast, when you move at the same hour, you free up mental resources. And those resources can be used to handle the uncertainty everywhere else. So here's your week 6 mission. Find one area of stability, build it, protect it, obey yourself there no matter what. Not because routine is exciting, because routine is the foundation that makes everything else possible. The relationship might still be uncertain, the job might still be stressful, but that one pocket of stability, that's yours. That's where you learn to become the person who follows through. And when you build that muscle in the small things, you'll be ready for the big ones. In the comments, what's one area where you can create complete predictability this week? Let's build the foundation together.